Let's go! Oh.
That's a little bit. That's what we call jumping the gun.
Today's podcast is Let's Go. All right, good talk.
Do you know what? Sit your ass down. Do you know what today? You know what today's podcast is special?
You ain't started the timer, so you can't talk.
I can do whatever I want. Thank you.
Why is it special?
It's number 23.
Oh, I know what comes to mind when you say 23.
I sure hope you do.
What?
Michael Jordan.
Okay, just saying.
Michael Jordan, man.
Yeah, the freaking GOAT.
Yeah. I agree.
I won't get into this conversation between LeBron and Michael Jordan because there is no conversation.
I don't fit, and I'm a LeBron fan, but no, negative. You know what also comes to mind? Think about 23. That book that you recommended. I listened to it like 3 or 4 times.
What book?
Relentless.
Oh yeah. Why 23?
Because he was Michael Jordan's
I
coach.
got you. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So when I think 23, now I associate Michael Jordan with Tim Gordon, and that's his name, right? Is it Tim Gordon?
Tim Grover.
Grover, sorry. In the book Relentless. If you haven't read that book, you should definitely check it out.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think you did 3 times. I listened to it twice.
When I start feeling like I'm getting soft, I literally restart it from the beginning.
The other one was Winning, I think, but I never.
Yeah, it was okay. I listened to that one too.
It
just felt like
a
little bit of an extension.
Yeah, I would rather go back through Relentless if I wanted to do it again.
Yeah. Chapter 4 might scare people though.
Yep. Podcast 23.
Number 23.
Almost Christmas.
It is almost Christmas. It's almost the 23rd of December too.
Yeah.
Isn't that awkward?
Yep. Kind of leads us to what we're going to talk about, I think.
Mm-hmm.
This time of the year.
People lose it bad.
Yeah.
And it's not that you shouldn't have fun, but there's no reason to completely lose your mind.
We see things out there, people posting like anti-New Year and don't wait for the new year. And I understand the premises behind that. Mm-hmm. Okay, like, don't wait. We're doing the Fortress 90 challenge together starting at the new year because, I like it. Mm-hmm. Because it gives you an opportunity to restart and get after it. But we've been talking about it before, to be preparing, to be ready to do that. You should be doing things now to be prepared for that. You know what I mean? So I don't like the negative connotations about it. I understand the premises of, a lot of, what do they call it? Resolutions and stuff?
Resolutions. Well, and the problem with resolutions is it's not that a resolution is a bad thing. It's the way that they approach it that's poor. Yeah. They don't have a system. Mm-hmm. They don't have any kind of plans in place to accomplish those goals. And so that goal just becomes something people say, and then they forget about it in 2 days.
Yeah. I heard somebody say something, and this is what led to this. Mm-hmm. Seasons change, but the training never does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think so during these holidays and during the winter months, during the cold months, wherever you reside, we're in Tennessee, it's 22 degrees today, so it's pretty cold.
It's a little bit chilly.
Yeah. Like yesterday, it hit me, people struggle because it's cold, but like when we got up yesterday, you get up, you get moving. We came in here, we started doing a workout, and then, it kind of hit me after you start moving. I'm human. It was cold, but after you start moving, you're like, man, this feels fantastic.
Yeah.
Like it's actually great training weather, so I enjoyed it. The biggest problem is for people to get moving, and, the holidays beat them down. They're eating stuff they're not supposed to be. So I challenge people, don't wait.
Start moving now. Start getting some of those habits in place. If you're not at your family's special dinner, there's no reason why the rest of the day you can't eat healthy.
Yeah.
Why aren't you doing that the rest of the time?
Yeah. And so the second half of that, so we said the seasons change, but the training doesn't. Mm-hmm. I think it's so tough. Like I was listening to something, and I forget, was it Jocko or somebody, or I listened to so many things, but like they say the winning part is easy. So for example, like if you're on a team or something and you win a game, that's the easy part. So winning for us, like if you come through the doors and you did a workout, and it was your jam,
yeah,
and you were successful, and it wasn't, I hate to use the word, it wasn't hard or it wasn't challenging. And I don't want to say that in a bad sense. Workouts always are, but it was easy. It came easy for you. That's the easy part. It's training when it's cold. It's going when you don't feel like it. Getting up out of the bed when you don't want to. Not turning the alarm off. Going to do something that's tough for you that you're not good at. Those are the times where you start learning and growing by doing the hard stuff. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I look at like kids that play sports now. Everybody's kind of like they skip out on practices. They don't want to do their conditioning. There's a lot that everybody's got an excuse as to why they're special. And I don't know how this was when you were growing up playing sports, but our coaches were hard on us. And the rule was if you didn't show up to practice, it did not make any difference what the reason was. You could be sick. You could have a college visit. If you weren't there, you did not start the next game. And so every day I remember going, and this probably wasn't even a good thing. I had strep throat. I remember sitting on the stage on the side of basketball practice, but there was no way that I wasn't showing up, because if I felt good enough the next day, I wasn't going to jeopardize my ability to play in that game. But I mean, you showed up every day to practice. There were no off days. Even Sundays, they had to call it optional because you weren't allowed to practice in the state of Ohio on Sundays. But I went every day, all the time. There was no off days. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like coming to the gym it's always been a non-negotiable. It's practice. You show up to practice. I didn't show up to practice when I felt like it. I showed up because I was supposed to show up. Yeah. And I think people have this misconception there, like, I'm not motivated today, so I'm not going to show up today. Oh, I got to wrap presents today. I'm not going to show up today. Like, you got to show up every day for yourself, whether it's at the gym, show up in the kitchen when you're making food. You got to make the right choices. People aren't showing up.
Everybody has the ability. Everybody has the ability somewhere inside of them, but everybody's learning curve is different. You know what I mean? Some people are, pick up stuff faster. It's a challenge for some people. Some people are slower, but the ability's inside. It's just you have to have the discipline to do. And, you said something there that just always strikes a nerve with me. I'm just not a big fan of the word motivation.
It's just people getting excited. I don't care if you're excited, show up anyway.
Yeah. And I mean, don't take that in a negative sense. Happy, excited, I feel good, I feel pumped. That doesn't bother me. That's good. But what we're saying is some days you're going to be motivated and you're going to feel good. Say you're off and you come to an 8:30 class. Oh my gosh, you got good sleep.
Yeah.
You slept in.
Great.
You feel good. You come in, you're grinding, and you just have a good workout. It was up your alley. You feel really good. Okay, so there's one day. Okay. Well, the next day you got to work. And the only time you can come is early in the morning, 5:15, and it's really cold.
I just don't get down with the excuses.
I know. I understand that.
I can't deal with
but
it.
You put in every excuse. You have the ability, but you don't have the discipline. That's why you can take the motivation and throw that shit out the window. Okay? You got to have the discipline. You got to have the consistency to come, or your ability is never going to shine through. You know what I mean? And it just, man, you got to want it. And it's, you could, I think we talked about this before. I said, I'm putting things in circles, but you can take all that stuff and put it in a circle. And so it's just a tiny piece of the pie. It's just a tiny piece of the pie, right? The Fortress 90, what we talk about, the protein, the water, the vegetables, the 8,000 steps, the moving workout 5 times a week. So if you're showing up to the gym, say you're showing up consistently, okay, we'll give you a thumbs up there if you are.
Yeah, that's a piece.
But what are you doing when you leave the gym, especially during the holidays?
Are you sitting down and doing nothing?
Yeah, are you sitting at your desk all day? Did you not pack and prepare your food? Are you going out and buying stuff for, your, I don't know, your fast food, or you're not prepared?
It's the lack of preparation that I think really makes the difference. And I've had some pushback from people that have looked at this, and we have a list here at Fortress where we have the components very easily listed out so people understand exactly what's going on. And a lot of people have said, I don't know, there's this one. And it's different for everybody. Maybe for people that have busy lives, I only have a hard time working out more than 3 times a week. So the 5 times a week is going to be hard for them. Other people that are like, I got to be on a computer all day. 8,000 steps is hard for them, but they can do the other things. For some people, it's alcohol. And they're like, I don't want to give this up. Well, that's a whole different conversation that we've already had some of. But it's always one thing for people. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to get that much protein in. It's not supposed to be easy. If the whole thing was easy, everybody'd already be healthy. That's the point. Something is going to be hard for you. And if you're unwilling to work hard at something new, that's a different conversation. The whole thing is not going to be easy, and it's not supposed to be. It is supposed to challenge you. It should be something where you have to work harder than you normally have.
This is the shit I'm talking. This is the problem.
Yeah, it is a problem. Everybody wants to be comfortable.
You have an excuse and you're pinpointing. Listen, I'm not telling you to quit alcohol for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? But give it a shot. If you cannot not drink for 90 days, you got a freaking problem.
Yeah.
And I don't really care what you think or how you feel about it. If you're picking something out on that list that you can't do, you've got an excuse problem, and you're not going to change. You're not putting your health first.
Yeah.
You're not showing self-love, and it's probably deeper rooted. You're just not ready, and I can't help you. It just fires me up. It's like,
see, but I think it's also selfish.
Yeah.
And here's why. If you have people that depend on you in your life, and almost everybody does. I mean, it could even be a dog. If you are so selfish that you feel like you need to continue to have these poor habits that are making your health poor, you can't show up in your best way for everybody else.
Yeah.
If you are constantly putting foods in your body and you are very overweight and you don't feel good at night, you don't sleep good at night, so that you can't show up well for the people that you love the most, that to me is selfish.
Yeah. And here's the deal. So I'm sure there's tons of gyms around here. We know all the gyms. We know the people that own the gyms.
Yeah.
They work countless hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And they do it for the passion of the people.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they go through the same thing that we go through and hear the same things that we hear. But hey, coach, I've been coming for a while, but I'm not seeing any changes.
What are you doing outside of the gym?
Okay, well, first of all, you've been coming for a while, but you only come 1, 2, 3 times a week, 3 times maybe.
It's not even half.
Yeah.
Not even half the week.
You don't want to put down the alcohol. You're not eating fruits and vegetables. You're not drinking water. You're not active during the day. Just because you show up 1 or 2 times, shit ain't gonna change. And it's crazy to me. We give you the tools. We talk about these things, but you're not listening.
There's literally a workbook to fill out.
Yeah. And listen, don't get me wrong by any means. I don't have all the answers. Do you think we're perfect? Hell no, not even close. Like, I listen to people all the time. I listen to people in the gym. I listen to people outside gym. I listen to successful people. I watch podcasts. I try to get knowledge. Knowledge is power. You know what I mean? Is that a timeout?
No, I need to remember something. Something you just said just clicked in my brain.
Okay,
it's one of the missing components for people.
What?
Okay. At the bottom here, we talk about mindset, right? But think about what you just said. what are the things you are filling your mind with on a daily basis? You're filling your mind. You're listening to podcasts with people that are positive, that are talking about a healthy lifestyle. You're listening to books where people are talking about becoming the best version of yourself. You're surrounding yourself. Who do you spend your time with? Well, I mean, me.
Yeah.
But you find people that are going to encourage you and make you a better person. You're filling your mind, your heart, and your soul with things that are going to make you better.
Yeah.
You're not filling your mind with negativity. You're not going and hanging out at the bars, eating trash food. You're not spending all day complaining. You're purposely filling yourself with things that are going to lift you up.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm trying
That's a big deal.
Grow every day.
Yeah.
I heard the saying in the corporate industry, but when you're green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you're rotten.
Yep.
And what that meant was, and they referenced kind of a banana, if you're ripe, like if you think you know everything, you're done.
You're done. You have to have a beginner's mentality.
You got to constantly grow. I don't know everything, but like we said, we have over 50 years of experience or more. Mistakes, successes, everything put together. But one thing that I do know, and this is, there's no way this isn't true. If you do this,
you are going to change.
And you do it the proper way, you're going to change and you're going to get on the right track. It's the simplest of things to do, but it's the hardest thing to do to carry out for 90 days.
I really think that filling yourself and your mind with positivity makes, and people that are making good choices, makes a huge difference. I mean, if you guys knew how many different little short videos, memes, podcasts, things that are, I don't want to say motivational, but kind of, things about discipline that go back and forth. This is one of the reasons you're able to live a healthy lifestyle. Can you imagine if you went home every day and Christy had trash food, did not want to go to the gym, didn't support your healthy lifestyle at all?
Yeah,
it'd be really hard. But when you have a supportive environment, and that's what we try to provide here for people, is a place for people to come where you can talk about making these healthy choices. You're doing something active and you're changing your life in a positive way. Yeah,
we have a no excuses type of mentality, but it doesn't mean that it's not a comforting family type of atmospheres, because we do care and we want to have those conversations, but you got to want to help yourself.
You really do.
So in the end of the day, do you want to continue grabbing the spicy Doritos or a Honeycrisp apple? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're trying to create habits and we're trying to create a lifestyle for you, but you got to want to do it. So you got a choice. You can keep eating pound cake and honey buns, drinking your alcohol, you know what I mean? Or you can jump on board with this and change your life. You got to want to freaking do it. I'm pumped. I'm ready to freaking go, son.
You know, one of my favorite activities, don't whack me with the book.
I just felt like I was going to do something. I was going to whack you.
We could fight.
Huh? Beat your ass.
No way. Yeah. I can run fast.
Shut up, Chip!
Now listen, one of my favorite things to do as soon as Christmas is over, people are out of the house and whatnot, is to go through my pantry and my cabinets and really do a little bit of self reflection on what do I have in there? What are the things that are not working? And then literally we get rid of stuff.
Plans.
Exactly. Are you ready for these things? If you're going to the store and you know what your trigger foods are, do you know what your trigger foods are?
Trigger
like you can't, you shouldn't buy these because there's no way you're gonna leave them alone. Like you're gonna eat them.
I got one thing, and I can tell you.
Okay.
Peanut M&Ms.
He does not need to have those in the house.
Woo, buddy.
So if you look at something, and those are the things where you rationalize and you say, "Oh, well, I just don't finish this box off." For me, I don't even like cheese. It's Cheez-Its. I know that, and Ruffles potato chips. Those are the two things that if they are in the house, I will not stop eating these things. But those are the ones.
I don't even like those.
Candy bars don't bother me.
I don't eat
Oreos,
candy bars.
You can have all the peanut M&Ms. I don't care about any of that stuff. But everybody has some trigger foods, and it might be drinks also, that you just have to make that a non-negotiable. You're not going to buy it.
Yep.
And so I know what my trigger foods are.
Yep. So some advice. Some advice. It makes me feel good. I know it makes Aaron feel good too. As you progress towards the new year, get our book, jump on board with us, do something different, change your life, do hard things, clean it out your clutter at the house, clean out your closet, clean your office, clean out your clothes, send them to Goodwill, go in your pantry, get rid of stuff. It's really a good feeling.
Okay, I know what day 19 says. And
you want to do 19 or 23?
No, I want to do 19. I mean, we could do 23, but...
Ooh, okay, you do 19, I do 23.
Okay, so we're going to read at the top. There's a little message for you every day to start off with. Day 19 is titled Clutter Kills. Ever been in a hurry and can't find what you need? Chances are you have too much stuff. Today, go through any bag you carry and simplify it. You don't need 8 pens. There's more about that in this book. There's a lot about that, because when the area that you live in is clear, your mind is more clear and you make better decisions.
Give me my book.
That one's actually mine. All right, he's going to go to day 23 because this is our 23rd podcast.
Let's see.
Okay, what's the message on day 23?
Today is your 23rd podcast. Oh,
no. You're so dumb.
Oh.
This is exactly what we just talked about. Exactly.
Uncomfortable on purpose. Why not just take the easy way all the time? Because the alternative increases self-confidence, personal growth, and improves mental and physical flexibility. Want to be a badass? You have to train your mind, not just your body.
I mean...
Get uncomfortable!
Okay, now hold on. Before we go, let's real quick, let's go through these components so that people understand exactly what's in here. Because I've had some people asking, and we need to let them know. So,
okay,
every day.
Okay, I got it.
Okay,
hold on.
are you gonna do it?
Ask me the question, and I'll give you the answer.
Okay. Hey, Bruce, how many workouts do you need to do per week for these 90 days?
I know.
Okay.
5.
Hey, Bruce, is there a workout listed every day in case you don't have one of your own or don't know what to do?
Yes.
Do you have to do a workout every single day?
Well, hell yeah.
Not all day, 5 out of 7 days.
Oh. I got that wrong. Shit. I want 100.
Okay. Hey,
for me, no, you got to have an active recovery day in there. And a rest day. 5 days. 5.
Okay.
5.
How many steps do you need to take per day? Hey, Bruce.
8,000.
Or more. You do need a step tracker. Go get yourself a Fitbit, a smartwatch. I don't care what it is. I don't really want to carry my phone around all day, but you need to have something to track it. Hey, Bruce, how much produce do you need to eat per day?
800 grams.
Okay, so what does produce mean? If it's in the produce section and it is a whole fruit or vegetable, it counts. Yes, a potato counts. No, tater tots from the frozen food section do not count. Okay?
I'll have extra credit so I can go back to 100.
Okay, cool. Okay. Avocados do count, but you got to measure. All right, hey, Bruce, how much protein is the goal per day?
Whatever your body weight is,
your
grams.
Goal body weight.
Yeah, so if you're 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein.
Yes. Now, if you are overweight, but your goal is like 150 pounds, we're going with goal body weight there, not current.
Yeah.
Hey, Bruce, how much water are you supposed to drink per day? Pure water, no add-ins.
So 1.5 times your...
Half.
What?
Half.
Oh, half. Damn it, I missed it again. Not going to get 100. Half.
I'll let you retake it.
So if I weigh 150 pounds, 75 ounces.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Bruce, can you have any like cakes or Pop-Tarts or cookies or like candy bars and stuff?
No boxed or processed sugar.
Okay, cool.
No.
Now, what if I put a little bit of honey in my tea? Are we going to go crazy about that?
No.
We're not.
If it's like good honey, like you don't be getting no trash in there. Like if you have a sweet potato, we understand that it carbs has that sugar.
We're not worried about that.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about your boxed, processed junk, and you know what it is.
And peanut M&Ms.
Yeah.
Can I have a martini?
Hell no.
Hell
no alcohol.
Okay. What one thing do I need to write down every day, Bruce? I feel like I'm quizzing you. Like we're like about to have a test tomorrow, and I'm like helping you study.
So one thing you're grateful for.
Yeah. Does it need to be a paragraph, or can I just write a word if I
want? No, it could be a word, could be a sentence. It's your call. It's whatever you want.
Yeah, write it down.
Yeah.
Is there a certain number of calories I have to eat or anything like that in here?
We're not getting into that.
Nope, not at all.
We're getting into protein, water, fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. All positive stuff.
Positive stuff. Yeah. Instead of grabbing a bag of chips, you're grabbing a banana. You're having some grapes. You're having vegetables with your lunch and your dinner. I mean, just changing. Yeah. One thing I wanted to say is my extra credit, so I can get back up into that.
Okay.
No.
For this. Okay.
We did the reel. You can see the reel, but the most important thing is when people see 800 grams, they get all discombobulated. How easy it was.
Not that big a deal.
A nice Honeycrisp apple is like close to 200. Mm-hmm. A banana is close to 100. Mm-hmm. So I have 2 bananas a day, and I have a Honeycrisp apple. I'm already at 400. I'm already at half. I have vegetables with my lunch. I have vegetables with my dinner.
We need to have like half your plate in vegetables.
Yeah.
We're not talking about this much.
And we say the size of your hand. You know what I mean? You could have broccoli in the palm, and you could have some squash in your fingertips, or you could have all broccoli, whatever. You do that a couple times, you're there. I have a smoothie. I have blueberries in it. I have spinach in it. These things are so easy. 800 grams is so easy. None of this is like tough to do. It's simplistic, but it's tough to carry out and do it for 90 days.
You do need a food scale. And we want you measuring, not estimating. And the reason for that is not because you should have to measure your food forever. For these 90 days, we want you to be precise and accurate because it will help teach you what should be going on all the time. If you start those habits where, hey, I'm having 2 to 3 big pieces of fruit, I'm having lots of vegetables, I'm making that smoothie, then those choices become automatic and you don't have to measure anymore.
This is how we're going to end this podcast.
Okay.
If you're not getting up.
Let's go!
I knew you were going to do that shit. We done.
That's because you got me last week.
If you're not getting uncomfortable.
There's a problem.
Yep. If you're not consistent. If you're not doing hard things. If you're not making tough choices. None of this is going to work, and you're not going to change. We're giving you a roadmap every day to get your life on track. You have to decide, or you can continue to keep living the way you are, and it's not healthy.
Yeah. We're here for you, 2025, right now too. But get your book, January 1. Go follow Fortress Athlete on Facebook and join the Fortress 90 Challenge group for daily support along this journey.
And this is just the beginning. We got so many things coming after that. So if you don't get on now, you're going to be behind.
2025.
Let's go! We're done. There's no more podcast. That's it. Kill it.
Is that what that means?
Take.